Hi everyone, this is Ruth Theresa with One Inspiring Woman, and I'm excited to be with you this morning. We are kind of getting ready for our winter solstice on Monday, and our Grand Conjunction coming in. So it's one of those. This is a really great time to get in touch with the energy of the planet. I know people have been going through a lot of different activities. Several people have reached out to me because they're dealing with triggers not only for themselves but for other people. Some people have reached out to me because they're having like strange dreams or dynamics with that. And then sometimes people are just like their abilities where they had none, they felt like they had none, and then now they're just like, wow, I don't even know how to control this. It's kind of like being in a race car where you thought you were in a great comfortable car, and then all of a sudden now you're just like exploding down the fields and racing along, and it's one of those. It feels like things are out of control for a lot of people. So it's not necessarily that way. And it's one of those, a lot of people have already had their own psychic abilities, yet at the same time, for whatever reason, they have denied that they had the psychic abilities, or they've kind of ignored it of like, I'm not really interested in that side of life, or I'm not interested in learning about that sort of thing. It's interesting, but maybe I don't want to learn more about it, and not realizing they're really wanting to learn about themselves and what's going on within them. And a lot of people have psychic abilities and have no idea. I hear so often people like, oh, they'll come to me for a mediumship, like they want to talk to someone on the other side. Yet at the same time, they'll be like, well, I felt that that's what they wanted to say. Well, that's your intuition. That's your intuitive side telling you this is the information that's coming through. So I know we're going to have some people joining on here in a little bit, but one of the things I want to talk about today is kind of like harnessing this energy of our Grand Conjunction coming in and our winter solstice. And I know a lot of people haven't really been giving the winter solstice as much play as it needs to, or much energy as it needs to. That's what's amplifying this energy even more. This convergence of how our sun rotates around, and it's going to start shifting, and we're going to have like our longest night and our shortest day of our whole year on the 21st. And that's going to amplify, kind of bringing things into light that have been in the dark for a long period of time. So that's kind of like an interesting, fun way to look at this. And that's just going to be kind of giving this Grand Conjunction even more accelerator, more energy than some of the other planets around it. It's going to kind of kick it into high gear for a lot of people. So one of the things that we're going to talk about today is doing a vision board. So vision boards are really interesting. One of the things is that it just kind of harnesses your energy of like putting in front of you what you want to create in your world. So a lot of times people, will say, okay, I need a huge poster board to do this. Well, you really don't. So I'm going to go through some of the ones that I use. This is, and the numbers may be upside down for you, but I wrote it for me so I'd have the measurements. This is a 2 by 3.5, which is also the size of my business card. So if you wanted to create your own business, you could draw or print out something that has your business card in there. And that would be really cool to motivate you to do your business, or to go ahead and start your business. And then we'll go into a couple of different business index card size. This is a 3 by 5. And this is great if you want to just put a picture, or if you want to write something or an affirmation statement. This is a really good size for that. So is the 4 by 6s. You can put a picture and write something out, and you could usually send this size through your printer. The smaller size sometimes doesn't always work, or sometimes we'll get caught up in there. But this size is the first size that will kind of easily go through my printer. So I can attach a picture here, and then I can write out an affirmation statement. And I often tell people the best way to start doing this is to write it out in your own hand, or draw your picture, unless it's something very complicated. I am not an artist in any way, shape, or form, and I do have people around me that are artists that are amazing in that. And if you can, that will amplify the energy even more. If you can't find or draw a picture of what you want, you can do it off the internet, but then put some personal touch in there. So you write the information on there, or vice versa, do one or the other. This is a 5x8. This is one of my favorite business card sizes, depending on which way you go. I love this size because I write really, really big. My handwriting is huge. So this just kind of a great size. Carmen is saying, like, yeah, she got a poster board and cut it into 4. That is a great way to do things. You don't have to have a huge poster board or anything like that. So one of the other things is sometimes just even a great picture of you. This is from a photo shoot that I did earlier this year. And this was just kind of fun to do. And it's kind of great that this can be a motivational poster board for yourself. You can also, if you're trying to reduce your weight in some way or become healthier, get a picture of what you look like when you felt healthier, when you felt like better about yourself, and adding that to it. Now, I'm going to show you my poster boards in a little bit, but one of the things I'm going to do is I'm going to show you some of the things that I do, and they may look reversed in here. This is just a package of stickers. I keep it in my desk drawer, and I use it for not only my posters sometimes, but I will also use it for my calendars, and I'll show you my calendar here in a little bit. Along with that, these are some of the other ones that I use. This one is just for planning essentials, that sort of thing. I love the stickers. I love motivating myself. This is my absolute favorite one. This is about celestial skies, and so it has a lot of talking about the different, or it has stickers for, for different horoscopes, and so that's just kind of like really cool, and it kind of adds a little pop. The other stickers I like, this is just a book of motivational ones. So there's a lot of motivational stickers in here that you can just stick on something or kind of just add to your current poster board or your current size. So this is July of this year. And this is what my board looks like. I don't actually put any information that I'm doing. It's just stickers to kind of motivate me, and it goes on the bottom of my desk, so underneath my keyboard. So this is kind of really cool. I will put notes to myself at the bottom. I have motivational things about dreams and other things that I just love to put together. So add stuff to it. One of my favorite times of year is I love going to Michael's, usually around Valentine's Day or even Christmas. You can find some puffy stickers or ones that are circles, and so you can write on them, or ones that have hearts on them for Valentine's Day. And so those are things that just I can put those near other things that I really love, and it just kind of draws my attention to it more. So we're going to talk about some of the pictures that we can put on our poster board. So I'm going to show you 2 pictures. This one is first of Paris in the Eiffel Tower there. So one of the things is, if you look at the picture, it looks kind of chaotic. You've got cars, you've got people down in here. If you wanted to go to the Eiffel Tower and you saw this picture every day, actually you would start to believe wow, there's always a whole bunch of traffic and there's a whole bunch of people, and I don't desire that in my life. But if you put a picture like this up, then you're kind of being above the chaotic part. You would think of just seeing the Eiffel Tower or the different monuments that you would want to go see. So look at the type of picture you're pulling and getting that information. So one of the things that I think is really interesting is a lot of people have been talking about, because Alaska's been on different shows and different things. And so they're like, oh, I really want to go to Alaska and go look at things. So if you were to put a picture like this of a bear on your affirmation board and put Alaska, I'm going to have so much fun and get to see the wildlife, that's great. But if you put a picture like this up there, it may make you think, wow, this bear is going to come get me. Okay, so it's kind of what energy do you want to amplify with what you're doing? One of the places that I went to many years ago, I went to Pompeii. And so a lot of people, when they put Pompeii on their affirmation boards, will use, maybe not this one in particular, but they'll use pictures like this. These are part of the bodies that they found underneath things. And I think it's really interesting. But you also see lots of people, very crowded, and that may not where you would want to go. But this is also a picture of Pompeii. The streets are clear, the sky is pretty. It's one of those, it would draw you into that, and you would already know, like, this is my picture of Pompeii. So this is another place I've not gotten to yet. We were hoping to go this year, but of course COVID kind of squashed all of that, squashed our dreams. So this is a picture of Machu Picchu. Okay. But you notice there's a lot of people down in here. And then you can't really see it in here, but the next picture was showing like a lot of people climbing up here. And that's not the way you want to go. You want to think of you being there by yourself. This is a picture with no one there. This is what I would put on my affirmation board. And I think I even have this picture on my affirmation board that I'll show you. So this is something that can be overwhelming. It's okay. Is it okay to do black and white since we are out of color? Yes, totally, totally, totally. And sometimes you can do black and white and then add the color yourself. So you could modify it where it's more like a gray tone, and then you just kind of add the color on there yourself. So if your dream was to do different events, maybe this is your stage of life that you would like to be doing. This is one that I've seen myself doing several times, is doing stuff on stage. But if you were to put a lot of people in that same environment, it might kind of overwhelm you that, oh my gosh, people are going to be staring at me, or people are going to be looking at me or judging me. And that can make you afraid of what you're about to go through, or what you really want to bring into you. Then you kind of get this, I want it, but I don't, but I want it, but I don't. And then you get like uncalculated results, or you get results that are not clear. It makes it quite interesting. So if you were to do a thing about traveling, hopefully someday we'll get to travel again, and you might think about your luggage. Well, trying to pack your luggage may make you feel anxiety. I do. I am not a good packer. So when I have to think about packing, I just like get overwhelmed. That overwhelms me. Some people will put in information about like the airport or where they're going, or they want to fly out of JFK or whatever else. This is what I think of when I see an airport. I don't want to think about that. Yet when I go on vacation, this is what I want to think about. I want to think about the fun times. I want to think about being on the beach by ourselves, just relaxing, my husband and I. So that's a really good way to think about this, to kind of bring this energy to yourself faster. Okay, so we're going to kind of go through a couple of affirmation statements that I have seen on many people's affirmation boards. So one of them is, and I see this a lot on Facebook or Instagram, and people will post up there of saying like, my family is my whole world, or my family is my whole life. And not that they're not really important to you. They are. I get that totally. But when you say they are my whole life, then what you're saying is, everything I do has to be for them and not for me. And that's not what this life was meant to be. It's one of those, your family, your husband, your kids, your spouse, whatever you want to call them, is meant to enhance your life and make your life better. It's one of those, it's supposed to bring more love and more things to do, people to do things with. It's not meant to go, this is everything. I'm only meant to be a mom, or I'm only meant to be a dad, or I'm only meant to be this one thing. It opens the world up. So instead of saying my family is my life or my whole life, you could say, I love my family with my whole heart. And I love to show them my love by cooking dinner for them. I love to show them my love. And you could call out each person. I love to watch movies with this person. I love to play video games with this person. You can call them out for what you love for each person and that special time that y'all celebrate together. Um, a lot of times I'll hear this, especially when usually I'll hear it from females, but they'll say, like, my child is my everything to me. My child is my whole world or my whole life. And like I said, your kids are meant to enhance your life, and they're meant to bring you love and abundance and amazing things. Yet at the same time, there's a boundary there. They're a child and you're an adult, and so there's a boundary there. Like, yes, they can be friendly with you, but they're not your friends. They're your kids that you're meant to teach them. You can say, my son or daughter is a special person and I love him or her. I love doing things with them. I love going to the zoo with them, whatever it is, and bring that to a different stage, or kind of like, because it also puts a lot of pressure on your kids. Because if you're saying my kid is my everything, that's putting a lot of pressure on that child to be your everything. And that may not be something that that child can handle. Okay. Next one is, I hear a lot of people say, I want a good man or a good woman in my life. So, this one is kind of interesting because a lot of people will use generic words to describe what they really require in their life. My thing is, I would kind of change that to, I want a good man or woman in my life, or they'll say it kind or sweet or loving or whatever else. And I often tell people, what I think is kind and what you think is kind may be completely different. What I think is sweet, you may think is annoying. So you have to describe what you want in your life. Saying something like, I require a man/woman in my life with a truthful heart, going to tell me the truth, speaks only truth to me, shows me how much they love me daily through their words, their actions, and their passion for myself and our world. Makes it a little bit easier and explains really what you want. When you say, I want someone who's kind, what is it? What is kind to you and what is kind to me? Completely different kind. A lot of people ask me, well, am I going to marry someone who's handsome? Yeah, if that's what you want, you know what I'm saying? It's one of those, or is my wife going to be beautiful? I guarantee you, whoever you marry is going to be beautiful to you, inside or out. It doesn't matter what the rest of the world thinks of them. One of the ones I see a lot on affirmation boards is, I want a dog or a cat. So a lot of people say, like, I just want a dog and a cat, and it's like, that's a great thing, but get very clear about what type of animal you want. So I would say, I desire a new dark golden retriever puppy, to bring cuddles, love, excitement, and sweetness. So I've already explained, I want one that's very loving. I want one that loves to cuddle. I like one that can get excited about things, and very sweet natured. I loved I love them as they learn how to be a part of our family. That's a great thing, that they're friendly to everybody who comes in the house, that their energy is great for what's going on. This is really important to get really, really clear. And it doesn't matter what you get really clear about. That's the important part. One of the things that's kind of fun to do is, when people say, I desire a new job, or I want a new job, because, I'm saying, like, or I want a job that pays me a whole bunch of money. The thing is, though, it has to be realistic for you. If you have been making $50,000 a year, and then all of a sudden you go, I want to make $100,000 a year, that's really great. But if it's too big for you to understand, maybe you need to do it in increments. Maybe you need to go from $50,000 a year to maybe $65,000 a year, something believable to you. If you don't believe it, your body is going to be like, no, 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 and it's not going to happen. And then move up from there. So, I often tell people, when you require something, a new career change, I require a new career change to open just for me, something that's just for you. Not going to be anybody else is going to be as qualified as you. You're going to be the most qualified, with a salary of $100,000 or more, as long as it's believable to you. With a great schedule that works perfectly with my kids, my spouse's schedule, and allows us to you know what I'm saying, like to move to a different area, or if you want to move or whatever it is, like that's the part that you want to create. I part of your whole work thing is I now create a supportive staff with high dedication to our jobs, done safely with clear purpose, and enjoy their own part of this amazing company. So no one's trying to jump anybody else's job or get rid of anybody else. It's one of those, everybody's coming in with this amazing energy. That's the great part about this, is kind of really getting clear. A lot of times people just say, I just need God to bring me more money. And so I think that's really interesting, because what you're really saying is God has not given you enough already, or there's not enough on this world. So when I will say, when people go, I just want money, or I pray for God to give me money, I often will say, I love when my Creator gifts me with a variety, various amounts of money for me to add fun and excitement to my life. I love to take this money. I love this money, and do exciting travels with my family, interesting classes, or awesome books. So getting really, really clear. Another one I like to say is, can I write it on the back of the board? Yeah, you can do it however you want to do it. Sometimes I'll show you mine. One of mine is a little bit differently, and this is, so I took some pictures from a photo shoot that we had. This is my family. I'm a great stick person drawer, and I just have some affirmation statements. I have my business card and some others. This is just some statements, and this is like a very, very small board. I've just got some pictures of me, and then I am on the printer, and then I printed underneath it what I wanted to say. So it's one of those, I am a magnet for divine abundance in all forms. It's one of those, I am drawing new clients to me daily. Let's see, I am worthy of great good. I am worthy of every good in my life, and I deserve to be happy. So it doesn't matter what you were saying, like how you do it. It's more like getting the proper wording so that you're not limiting what Creator brings to you, and you're not making it so wide open where there's like, I don't know what you want. You know what I'm saying? It's like you want to be kind of like right in the middle. I like this one. My Creator sends me money from a variety of sources to me to use for myself and my family. My Creator supports me as I create my divine life's purpose. Because a lot of times people will tell me, like, if they really want something in their life, and they want to bring in their life purpose, or they want to start their own business, they're like, oh, I don't have enough money to support what I really want to do, so I'm going to do this instead. It's one of those, it's up to divine to do that, and to bring that influence in you, and to bring that influence around you. That's a really important thing. So this is some of the ones that I have done that I will be putting on my board for 2021. This is my family, and I have everybody sketched out in my stick piercing people, and it says, with love and understanding for our differences and laughter. So I make them look as accurate as I can. I'm not a great artist, but I love it. This one is our dog. My silly Sadie dog loves pleasing me and has become a great part of our family. She loves knowing her boundaries. Okay. This one is also, sometimes a lot of people have issues with mother-in-laws. And so this is kind of interesting, is my mother-in-law honors me and my life choices. She loves to hear about my life and understands, even if we have different life paths, we honor each other. So this is a really great one for people. This one is for my daughter and I. My daughter honors me and my business. I love when she supports and hears my side of life. I love when we connect and support and honor each other. We giggle and laugh together often. I enjoy our future trips and find them in a great way. Find them a great way to connect and enjoy each other. I love her laugh and her smile and her excitement for life. So it's one of those, I love doing this sort of thing. It's something that I can do all the time. This one is for trips and travels. I love when my family is all together and we enjoy eating. Our family, we eat a lot together. So it's one of those, we love to travel together to new places and love discovering special things. And this is my mother-in-law jumped out of a plane. Kind of fun. This is one that is really special to me. It's like, I love when my friends honor and respect me. I love to honor and respect others as they pursue their own life path. I enjoy having a friend group that love, honor, and respect and support and encourage each other. I love meeting new friends who become great friends. So just a great picture. So I'm going to show you, this has been my affirmation board for quite a number of years. So I've got pictures of my family, affirmation statements, or pictures that are really important to me on there. I even have some that I've drawn myself, pictures that I went to Germany. That's my truck now. These are things that we got. One of the things I was laughing about is I really wanted a hang-up bed and a porch, and that's actually the hotel room that we ended up staying at, and I didn't realize it until a few months ago. I was like, wow, that's where we were. There have been kitchen remodels and stuff like that we have done and fulfilled. Kind of, maybe it may not look 100% the way it is on my poster, but it's close enough for me. So that's the important part. Just like honoring my gifts, my abilities. I love that part of getting really, really clear about what I choose to draw into myself. And it's important to put things that are important to you on there, to get really, really clear. I think that's one of the most important parts about any of this, is getting really clear about what you require or desire to bring into your life, making sure your words are what you want them to be, making sure that you're getting really, really clear about what you would choose to draw into you. I think that's one of the most important parts. And that's really what vision boards do. I often tell people one of the great places to put vision boards are in your bathroom, especially if you have a bathroom that's just yours, by yourself or with you and your spouse, to put vision boards up there or clips of pictures that kind of resonate for the whole family. You're sitting there for a while anyway. So it's one of those, it's a great way to do that. Or places like on your mirrors or your vanities. When my kids were younger, I would write on their vanity mirror with a dry erase marker, so I could change it every couple of days and write, different affirmation statements that they would be able to read or hear, or kind of involve in what they're doing. And it's one of those, sometimes I just put, I know you have a big test today. Know that I love and support you. And, opening that energy. And that also reminded me of what they were going through during that time frame. Affirmation statements are amazing. Saying them often is really, really important. And I think that's the important part about vision boards, is putting your statements or things that you love, that you want to draw into you, and making sure the picture is the things that you want to draw in. You don't want to draw in the chaotic part of an airport. You want to think about everything going with ease, everything moving with ease. That's the really good part. It's one of those, and putting things on your affirmation board that you may not get to fulfill this year. That's okay. It's always great to be dreamers. Carmen is saying, I love the idea for the boys. this is really good. Where are the places that they would want to go? Even if they're drawing pictures of family members they haven't seen because of COVID or whatever it is, or if you have old pictures, putting that up there and like, I'm so excited for our new visits or our new energy coming in. I'm sorry. So that's a really positive statement, and everybody can do affirmation boards or vision boards. You can also put them in private places. My personal ones, I usually put in my closet or on my closet door because it's someplace that other people aren't going to see very often. My closet used to be really strange. So I had like this kind of strange wall when you walked in, and had it floor to ceiling or as much as I could with affirmation statements, with pictures and posters, like literally just stacked on top of each other because it was like kind of a blank wall that I had. And it didn't make the room look more chaotic. That's the fun part of this, is putting them where you're going to see them. And sometimes if you were going to put something where other people are going to see it, you can put a picture that reminds you of it. So that's kind of the fun part, is finding a great picture of you enjoying your life. You can find a great picture of your family doing something together. And when you put that in a common bathroom or the living room, that's kind of like a little bitty affirmation statement that you're placing. And it can remind you, I want to do this again. I want to draw this energy into me again and again. So if y'all have any questions about this, please subscribe and like and share, and definitely comment. If you have anything, or if you have any, like, I'm not sure how to write this, or I'm not sure how to put this into words, send it to me and I will definitely rearrange some words for you. That's usually what it takes. And getting really, really clear. I know that there are a lot of people that said they were going to be on today. So I'm really excited that we have a few of you on today. And I'm excited that y'all are listening about how to do your vision boards. This is a great day in the Houston area to do a vision board because it is raining outside. So this is a really, really fun way to do this. It's a really, really fun way to energize this energy, and kind of on a drab, dreary day in cold December in Houston, this is a really fun thing to do. And you can do this any time of year. You can redo your affirmation statements anytime you want to. There is no limit or number of, no, we can't have this. You can have as many vision boards or affirmation statements anywhere you want. That is kind of the fun, cool part of this, is doing it for you and doing it for your purpose. I will be live again December 21st. I will be live at 9 p.m. Hopefully by then we'll be able to see our convergence from here. I know it happens in Houston and we only get to see it for a few minutes before, right? I think it's like 30 minutes after the sun sets, and we don't get very long with it. We will see it most likely the next night. It's just that's the first night of it. I'm going to see if I can get some pictures of that, but I will be live that night to answer any questions that y'all have had, anything about anything we've talked about, going over anything else. So please make sure that you are telling me all about what's going on with you. If it's your abilities, sometimes I can tweak or fix things online. So I thank you for joining me today. And on the 21st, I will also be doing a meditation that night to kind of amplify this and bringing more things into us. I thank you so much for joining me. I'll talk to you guys soon. Have a great one.